Well, the time has come, but I'm quite disappointed right now. So basically, when I opened War Machine, the arm snapped on me. And I am kinda bummed out about that. Oh, it's such a good-looking figure, too. Oh man, it's such a cool figure. And all the stuff he comes with is right here, too. So, let's just, review this guy anyway. So, first off, I'm just gonna use this arm, to demonstrate the articulation. And if I can stand up the phone. Okay, so this arm, yeah, like I showed on this side, the shoulder can move. Oh, great. It just broke off again. And yeah, it has a slight, it's not a butterfly joint, but it acts like a butterfly joint. It's actually just a ball joint that swivels around, like, and it goes up and down. And the elbow has a nice bend over 90, and the elbow pad moves. This thing on his hand, the hand guard, it moves as well. And then his hands are on a ball joint, and they spin 360. And he has a bicep swivel. Then his arm can go it can go, that's as much as I can get it to go. Yeah, so that's as far as it can go, and without possibly breaking this arm as well. I really don't want that to happen, so yeah, and just keep in mind, whenever you get an action figure, especially one like this, I think you should definitely heat up your figures first. Like, you just put them in some hot water, but not boiling. You definitely don't want to melt your figures, and yeah, you just put them in some hot water. Just leave them in there for, like, I guess, just for a few seconds or something, or 30 seconds, I guess. And yeah, they should loosen up the joints a little. Usually SHF figures, they do have some butter smooth articulation normally. This guy does have butter smooth articulation. It's just the arms, at least this arm, was just very stiff, and then when I moved it, snap. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. So yeah, and he has a good knee bend. And this flap opens. Oh, and here's a replacement flap that you can put, but this one is not articulated. This one is just to make it look like it stayed open or something. I don't really plan on using it because this one is already, like, you can already make it do that without the interchangeable piece. And another thing, when you bend the knee, this actually folds in, if you can tell. You can see that. I'm not sure if you can see it that well on camera, but yeah. And then on the feet, the foot can flex forward like this, flex back that much. And then he has a toe joint that goes like that much down and that much up. And then he has a tight ankle pivot. And yeah, and then he has drop down hips that he could drop down those hips pretty far. He also has a thigh swivel. And then he can kick back about that far with the drop down and kick up this high with the drop down. That's pretty high up. Yeah, but without the drop down, it doesn't go far. And yeah, with the drop down, and you can get a lot more range. And then the head can look down a lot, but it can't look up too much. But you can use the torso to compensate for that, and yeah, that helps a lot. So you can definitely make him do a flying pose still. Yeah, he can crunch front and back a lot and side to side, and he can twist. Yeah, he has a really good range of motion, and it's such a great figure, not gonna lie, but like I would have loved it even more if only this arm didn't just snap off on me. But it is what it is. And the gun on his arm, it articulates as well. Like it goes, yeah, but it's pretty tight right now. It also comes off, but I don't feel like taking it off because of how tight the thing is. So yeah. His poor left arm. It's okay. Oh, well, I'm gonna be real honest. This is such a perfect figure to me. But what blows that perfection is the fact that the arm is broken. This figure ain't perfect anymore with the broken arm. Yep. Oh well. And yeah, he comes with a pair of these thruster flame pieces that just go into each side of the legs. He also has the thrusters over here on his back. Those open up, but you can't really plug these into the thrusters on his back. I mean, you can, but it just won't really hold in. Unless you put some sticky tack, it will stay. And then he also has a pair of these, which just peg into his guns. It's the blast effect. So yeah, that fits in quite nicely. And then here's a bigger blast effect, which goes into his Gatling gun. So yeah, here's the Gatling gun, and then the ammo belt for the Gatling gun. Yeah, so that just goes in like so. And the Gatling gun can pivot up and down, rotate side to side, and then this bottom part also pivots up and down. And yeah. And another thing, if you want the cannon to point upwards, yeah, you would here, let me just demonstrate. If you want War Machine to have his cannon pointing up, yeah, that's how you do it. You just that's how. In case if you're wondering, yeah, there's no other better way to make his Gatling gun point upwards than that. So yeah, that's the only best way his Gatling gun can point up. And then he also has this doesn't come in pairs. This is just a singular piece, but this does come in a pair. This is the thruster piece for the bottom of his boots or his feet. So yeah, that's perfect for flight poses. And if you have a flight stand, you can definitely make it look like he's flying. And then he has a pair of these karate chop hands or saluting hands for each side of his arms. Then he also has these more relaxed neutral hands, or I guess you could say they're repulsor blasting hands, but there's really no repulsor blast effect that you can put on them like you could on Iron Man. Yeah. And then he has a pair of these missile pods. I don't know if, there we go, yeah. That goes on both sides of his shoulders. These, I heard they didn't really appear in the movie in Iron Man 2. And I agree, I didn't see those either. But we did see the ex-wife. Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing... And I'm not joking about that name. It is called the ex-wife. Those of you that haven't seen Iron Man 2, yeah, that's what it's called. Alright. So that's pretty much it for this review. I hope y'all enjoyed. I sure didn't because, the broken arm. I would have enjoyed this review myself if the arm wasn't broken. But now that it is, oh well. Anyways, peace. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.